Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. A strain continues to build within the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi after a recent meeting between Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar. But what happened in that meeting is the biggest question. Now, according to sources, Ajit Pawar tried to convince Sharad Pawar, his uncle, a key face of the opposition's India bloc, to shift his allegiance to the NDA. For this, Sharad Pawar was offered, we are told, a post equivalent to the status of a cabinet minister, and his daughter Supriya Sule was also offered a cabinet berth. Soon after this, Uddhav camp and Maharashtra Congress began to formulate a plan B without what's left of the NCP with them. Moreover, it has been over a month since Ajit Pawar split the NCP with a clutch of MLAs and senior party leaders. But after an initial few rapid moves, Sharad Pawar camp has not really been saying much. They've been increasingly quiet and passive. Even this has not gone down well with his allies. Now, as expected, Sharad Pawar spoke earlier this afternoon. He has refuted all speculations, but the way things have gone in Maharashtra politics lately, even his own partners are feeling less than assured. So is there truly some Pawar play afoot again? Will Sharad Pawar join hands with his nephew despite repeated statements to the contrary and align with the BJP and the NDA? We'll take that question to our guests joining us in just a bit. Now, there is a reason that both sides are fighting over Sharad Pawar, even if they will not admit this openly, and he is crucial to all sides. Now, first of all, Ajit Pawar doesn't really gain anything by breaking his party. For him, the best case scenario is that his uncle comes with him as well, along with the BJP. Because a united NCP is better for each side, whether that is the NDA or the MVA. For the MVA, that's no longer a reality anyways, because Ajit has gone to the BJP with a lot of their NCP MLAs. Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction and the Congress are already worried about the impact it will have on their alliance and the elections. But if senior Pawar also leaves, it will greatly dent not just the MVA but also the India alliance image. Pawar may not be a prime ministerial candidate anymore or as it stands, but he is crucial to the functioning of the alliance. BJP has made no two bones about the fact that they've been wanting to align with NCP and senior Pawar for many years. That came out recently as well. They look at this as an electoral gain, marginalizing the Congress and the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction even more. Where Sharad Pawar stays will also majorly impact the state elections. This is not just about the general elections, but of course the state elections and the 48 seats that are online. Now, wonder that it is the Congress and the Uddhav Sena that is raising the most alarm on Pawar's senior moves. For example, Nana Patole, the MPCC president, has said that secret meetings between Pawars bothers us. He has also gone on to say that Rahul Gandhi will soon speak with Sharad Pawar. Sanjay Raut, Uddhav camp MP, has also said you cannot sit with those who are aligned with the BJP. He also added that Shiv Sena does not have such pretense in its DNA. So very strong statements that the other alliance partners have made. Samna, Uddhav camp's mouthpiece, has also lashed out saying meetings with Ajit are tarnishing Sharad Pawar's image and meetings are creating a confusion in the minds of the electorate. As I said, Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule both have rubbished these reports. They've called it a family meeting. The big question we ask today, can you really trust any side as it stands, and especially someone who's referred to as the Chanakya of Maharashtra politics? Will senior Pawar dump the India bloc for the NDA is the big question.
साहब ने भी कह दिया कि मैं इंडिया अलायंस के साथ रहूंगा और जो भी है उनके दल का इशू है।
अजीत पवार इतने बड़े नेता नहीं है कि शरद पवार सबको ऑफर दे सकते। अजीत पवार को पवार साहब ने बनाया है, पवार साहब को अजीत पवार जी ने नहीं बनाया।
आज तुम्ही काय ते राऊत त्यांचं स्टेटमेंट कदाचित वाचलं असेल की या सगळ्या गोष्टी असंच त्यावर अर्धाजीचे असं त्यांनी त्या ठिकाणचं निवेदन दिलं.
फॉर मी इट्स अ डेमोक्रेसी, तो जिसको जो चाहे बोले, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. क्योंकि हम लोग तो कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहे। संजय राउत जी का स्टेटमेंट आप पढ़ चुके हैं और बाकी के स्टेटमेंट, आई थिंक इट्स अ डेमोक्रेसी।
First up, I want to go across to senior Congress leader, former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Prithviraj Chavan, who is joining us. So Sharad Pawar has come out, Mr. Chavan, and denied any basis for speculations of him joining force with his nephew and the BJP. I want to understand from you that why is the Congress and the Uddhav bloc continuing to be so nervous or so wary about what is happening?
Well, there have been 3 meetings between Mr. Pawar and Ajit and his friends or supporters or those who have sworn in as ministers 3 times. Now, were these meetings planned? What a request made by Ajit's group to meet Mr. Pawar, we do not know. We were told that these meetings were impromptu, there are no previous appointment out there, but that is a little hard to believe. But now, this recent meeting definitely took place between Mr. Pawar, Mr. Ajit Pawar, and Mr. Jayant Patil, who is currently the president of the state unit of the Nationalist Party. Initially, there were attempts to deny the meeting. There was also the way Mr. Pawar left the building. Media has commented on that. So definitely there was a meeting, and obviously some message was conveyed to Mr. Pawar. Now there has been a lot of speculation of what was conveyed. Let's not get into that. But there has been no denial that a certain offer or a certain message was conveyed. And that has added to a huge confusion within the ranks of Mr. Pawar's supporters, MLAs who are still with him, and grassroots workers who really virtually, worship the ground he walks on. So he has not given any clear message. The split took place on 2nd July. It is almost a month and a half. Except for one meeting, he has not made any political action at all, either against the MLAs who left him and joined the Shinde government. So there is confusion, not only confusion within his own party, but also confusion in the MVA alliance. So I think that's why it's but natural that people are eagerly watching what Mr. Pawar says when he goes to Beat district and addresses a public meeting. I think hopefully tomorrow he'll make his stand clear.
Your leaders seem to indicate that you don't really have faith in what he has said today, for example. He has denied the speculations, as I mentioned, and that the Congress and the Uddhav faction are already preparing for life after Senior Pawar's exit. Will that be fair to say?
No, I think this could be an interpretation by you, but that is not how I see it. You see, it is important for each constituent of the MVA to make sure that we contribute maximum votes to the success of MVA candidate or the India Alliance candidate, whoever that happens to be. So recently, the Congress Party took a review of all its 48 Lok Sabha constituencies. 24 groups were sent. Each one was given a responsibility for 2 Lok Sabha constituencies. I also went to 2 seats. And we have just reviewed, taken a first-hand feedback from our workers as to what has happened to the Shiva Sena split, what has happened to the NCP split, which district level leader has gone which side, and whether we had lost any leader or whether any possibility of those who belong to the erstwhile Shiva Sena or NCP joining Congress mainstream, because Congress seems to be the only party which is steadfastly has never aligned with BJP or any communal party. So we are doing our exercise. I'm sure Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray group is also doing their own exercise. Nothing beyond that. But ultimately, we will all sit together and work out a seat sharing arrangement within the overall context of India Alliance, There are some smaller parties are in touch with us, and therefore whoever comes with us and whoever wants to fight the BJP, will take them along. Who doesn't come with us or who wants to join BJP, that is their choice. So I think whatever Mr. Pawar does is not going to affect the MVA. MVA will continue with or without the people from NCP who have apparently left NCP and joined Shinde government.
Okay, let me ask you a little bit of a straighter question. Do you have faith, as it stands today, that Mr. Pawar, the senior Pawar, will stay with you, or do you have fear that he will go with the BJP?
Well, it will be unfair for me to comment on what Mr. Pawar will do, but let me answer it a little differently. Whatever anybody, any political leader in Maharashtra, whatever any political leader in Maharashtra wants to do, is for them to decide whether they want to take the side of the Modi government or they want to fight Modi government and join the NDA alliance. Whoever wants to come with us, we will form the NDA coalition, NDA alliance, pre-poll alliance with those parties, and we'll fight. If anybody comes with us, good. They don't come with us, doesn't matter, we'll fight without them. Of course, if Mr. Pawar and his group leaves us, it will weaken the Maharashtra MV alliance to some extent.
Okay.
But I think ultimately it is the people who vote.
All right. You are conceding at least this much, that this will weaken the MVA, if not the India bloc. I leave it at that. Prithviraj Chavan, thanks a lot for joining us, for your comments. The situation continues to be fairly fluid. Let's open this up to our guests joining us. Joining me in our studios today, Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP, Charan Singh Sapra of the Congress Party is with us. I'm also joined by Brij Mohan Srivastav, who's part of the Ajit Pawar camp of the NCP, and KJ Josimon from the Sharad Pawar camp of the NCP. Mr. Josimon, you must have heard what Prithviraj Chavan said. In fact, many Congress leaders and Sena leaders have been making similar statements through the day. They don't know what's going to happen, and they're very uneasy about all of these meetings that are taking place, but no strong statement coming from Mr. Sharad Pawar. KJ Josimon, that question was for you. Could you hear me? All right, let me go across to Charan Singh Sapra of the Congress Party. It seems like you are nervous about what could happen, and a lot of unthinkables have happened recently in Maharashtra politics, and again, mind you. Do you feel that the lure of being accommodated, as the rumours suggest, at a cabinet equivalent rank, or the daughter to get a cabinet berth, could be too much even for Mr. Pawar, despite what he has said today?
See, Shivani, let me tell you that we are not at all nervous. Congress Party, there is an echo. Can you ask your team to remove this echo, please?
Yes, they've heard you.
We are not at all nervous. And like Mr. Prithviraj Chavan said, that we have got the report from all the 48 Lok Sabha constituencies, what is the ground level situation over there. And the local leaders have reported that to our Maharashtra leadership. So having said that, and having all the information of 48 Lok Sabha constituencies,
is always ready with a plan B. Now the other thing is that in Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi, the democratic values are alive, democracy is alive. So Mr. Prithviraj Chavan or maybe other Congress leaders who might have shown some apprehension, that is just because democracy is alive in our
It's more than
India.
apprehension.
And secondly,
Mr. Sapra, it's a little bit more than apprehension. I've played some of the statements that have been made by both Uddhav Sena and the Congress Party. You're almost, irritated with the fact that these meetings are happening, and I don't think Mr. Chavan hit that fact.
No,
it is a problem of, it's a
let
matter
me
of
make
concern for you.
Let me make it clear that it is a matter of concern, but Mr. Sharad Pawar today probably in Shambhaji Nagar, he has spoken to some media people, he has clarified, and likewise Mr. Prithviraj Chavan also said that tomorrow he's having a meeting in Bid, which is against the NDA. And probably Sharad Pawar himself will clear that stand. I have seen Supriya Sule talking to media, and she has absolutely clearly, she has said that they don't want to join BJP, they don't want to join NDA. I feel it is clear, and the media should also not get confused.
No.
Basically, the BJP,
So I'll tell you what the difference is.
Shivani,
No.
can I complete?
Yeah.
See, what I feel, there can be a intelligent ploy of BJP, to ask and to instigate Ajit Pawar to go and meet Sharad Pawar so that they can leave some rumors in the market. And
I
these
can
rumors
understand
are
that,
not
sir. I
going to
get
affect
that.
Maharashtra
The fact that the
Vikas
meeting happened and the fact that Ajit Pawar wants his uncle to come with him to the BJP side is not hidden. So I don't think it is clandestine at all. But what is interesting, Shehzad, one second, sir, let me go to our other guest. Shehzad Poonewala, what is interesting is that these rumors or these statements questioning Mr. Pawar's meetings are not coming from the BJP in this case. It is coming from both Congress and the Shiv Sena. Which is why the question that begs is, are they nervous about Mr. Pawar moving? And why is it that you are pursuing Mr. Pawar so much?
I want to use this opportunity to advocate the case of Charanji to be made the state president of Maharashtra Congress, because he's far more intelligent than Nana Patole. Poor Mr. Nana Patole, he did not understand our trap. He has come out and made a statement questioning the integrity of Mr. Sharad Pawar. Poor Mr. Prithviraj Chavan has also not understood what Charanjit has understood. And Mr. Ashok Chavan has also not understood. So if Mr. Charanjit is more Gyani than the two CMs and Nana Patole ji, then he should be made the state president. Charanjit ji, aap to state president ban jao. Dusri baat, look, the irony, Mr. Sapra, I did not interrupt you. At least we can speak in our turn. We can speak in our turn. You're a gentleman and I'm also one. So let me not go the other way. So see, the point is that this is not the first time, and ironically they had brought a no confidence motion against the government. Look at the lack of confidence they have in somebody like Mr. Sharad Pawar. By the way, our government is stable with a triple engine. We don't need to fish in any kind of troubled waters. But the Samna editorial, Sanjay Raut's statement of Mr. Nana Patole, statement of Prithviraj Chavan, statement of Mr. Ashok Chavan, it indicates that this alliance is actually an unnatural alliance. It has no mission or vision. It is based only on commission, corruption and obsession with Modi and BJP. To keep BJP out, they form this kind of alliance, and now they are having problems to even take this. And has Congress party ever trusted Sharad Pawar? Sharad Pawar ji had broken the Congress back in the 1970s and in 1998. At that time, the BJP was not even around in the 1970s. So I think Mr. Charanjit Sapra's party's problem with Sharad Pawar is far deeper than it has to do with the BJP.
Okay, Mr. KJ Josamon from the Sharad Pawar camp is back with us. Sir, I'll give you an opportunity. Sir, I'll give you an opportunity. Just one second. I want to understand from Mr. Josamon, who's back with us. Your own ally partners, the MVA partners, are the ones raising a question over your meetings or Mr. Sharad Pawar's meetings. And they feel you are not either refuting any speculations well enough, neither have you acted against Ajit Pawar and his camp for betraying the party. So they feel very nervous that you could also jump ship to the BJP very soon. Mr. Josamon, your own alliance partners are nervous.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, these allegations are this kind of raising issues from the alliance partners. I am just listening to Mr. Prithviraj Chavan's statement. Whether Mr. Pawar is there or not there, MVA will go on. But the thing is that MVA, the main architect of MVA is Mr. Pawar. And Mr. Pawar has stated several times that he has no intention to join hands with BJP. And when we speak about the actions, Mr. Praful Patel is expelled from the party. Mr. The other MP, Sunil Tatkar, is expelled from the party. And in Yavala, Mr. Chagan Bhujbal's constituency, Mr. Pawar has organized a huge rally with a huge turnout, where he stated his political stand very clear. And last week, when the House leaders of the India Alliance met Rashtrapati, Mr. Pawar was there. So why these speculations? Why somebody is so intent, so eager to paint Mr. Pawar in confusion?
Because of the meetings.
Say that nobody have any right to do a blood test on Pawar's secular credentials. And Mr. Poonewala saying a lot. But why you people are after Mr. Pawar? Why you are after Mr. Pawar? because you are afraid of 2024.
Okay.
You want Mr. Pawar. You are sure that without Mr. Pawar, you are not going to win, either in Maharashtra or at national level.
Okay. Interestingly, you have a message for both your MVA alliance partners and for the BJP. Why the speculation when Mr. Pawar has made it clear? I'll ask Mr. Sapra to respond to that. But yes, why are you again and again, trying to create confusion around Mr. Pawar, Shehzad Punapala? That question is what I asked you as well. Why do you keep asking him to come with you? He's made himself clear.
Just one line, Mr. Josimon, I don't think is from Maharashtra. In 2014, when the BJP and Shiv Sena had fought differently and the BJP did not have the numbers, who formed a government in Maharashtra? And on what name was it formed? Mr. Sharad Pawar on record came and said that in interest of Maharashtra and national interest, we are supporting BJP to form the government. Charanjit Sapra is here. I don't want to embarrass him by posing that question to him. Mr. Josimon, you should read about your own leader before coming.
Okay, Mr. Sapra, very quickly, Brij Mohan Srivastav is waiting. Mr. Sapra, there is a message for you too. Both Supriya Sule and Sharad Pawar have seemed to send a message to the Congress that let's not speculate again and again.
But last 24 years of NCP history,
Shivani,
where did NCP join hand and join BJP? We have never done that.
Can be said by Bharatiya Janata Party or by the Ajit Pawar camp or by the Eknath Shinde camp. They can answer this question of yours that what offer has been given to Sharad Pawar.
I'm not asking you that question.
Number one, let me complete. Number two, why I'm saying that BJP might be instigating Ajit Pawar to meet Sharad Pawar again to create confusion, because there's a saying that if you cannot convince, you confuse them. So they are trying to confuse the voters of Maharashtra. There has been a survey even after the breakups of NCP and Shiv Sena, whereby the survey has come that the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi will be winning more than 30-32 seats in the coming Lok Sabha elections. So Bharatiya Janata Party somewhere confused. Let me complete. Bharatiya Janata Party somewhere confused. They know that even after breaking NCP as well as Shiv Sena, they are not going to win the Lok Sabha.
Sir, I get your point, and I reiterated that point. At the very start of my show, I reiterated that point that Ajit Pawar gains nothing by breaking the party. He needs Mr. Pawar also to come with him and the party to remain intact, because otherwise electoral fortunes of both camps are going to be affected. Brij Mohan Srivastav, let me pose that question to you. One second, sir. Sir, 1 second. Sir, please 1 second. I'll ask. I'm asking Brij Mohan Srivastav that question, because there's a lot of speculations that Ajit Pawar offered a rank equivalent to the cabinet minister and a berth to Supriya Sule. And why is it that you are so desperate to get your uncle, get Ajit Pawar's uncle with you? Is it because you're not confident that actually you can win the next state elections or the general elections without Mr. Pawar?
No, it's not like that, Shivani ji. We are fully confident that if we will work with the NDA, we will win the Maharashtra as well as the national election also. So we are not confused at all. Actually, the problem is this. The i.n.d.i.a pupils are confused because they are unable to take the right decision at the right time. They are raising finger on the Sharad Pawar ji, whereas he has spoken very, very clearly that I am not going with the NDA. So, but even though they are discussing this matter, they are raising these issues. I have listened so many leaders of i.n.d.i.a. They are raising unnecessary. They are saying that Sharad Pawar ji should clear the position. Why? He has spoken so many times. He is a highly respectable leader of our country.
Because
once he has spoken,
because you with
they
the
must
BJP,
understand.
no, because you with the BJP are continuously trying to lure him by offering cabinet berths and whatnot.
Very correct, very Shivani ji, very correct. We are the part of NDA. NDA is not raising this question. They are not asking to us. They are not saying anything to us. But see, the Congress, the i.n.d.i.a pupils are raising the finger on Sharad Pawar's integrity. This is something abnormal.
Okay, fair point. The fair point, and this is the question I've been asking Mr. Sapra all throughout, that the questions are not going to the NDA. Of course, they will try to get Mr. Pawar. That's not rocket science. But you don't trust Mr. Pawar is the bottom line. Mr. Sapra, very quickly, last word.
Shivani ji, one thing I want to... Shivani ji, I want to say one thing also.
We agree that if he has said he will not be joining NDA, we agree with that. But what is the offer they are trying to give? Let the BJP spokesperson spell out. Let the Ajit Pawar camp spokesperson spell out. He has spoken now for 2 minutes. but he has not spoken on this. What is the offer which Ajit Pawar is trying to give Mr.
What is the offer, Mr. Brij Mohan? Let him respond. Let him respond. I have limited time. Brij Mohan, what is the response? What is the offer? I asked him, no sir. I can't put words in his mouth. I asked him.
Shivani, I am sure that BJP has not offered anything. When we joined NDA, they didn't offer anything to us. Why they will offer anything to Sharad Pawar ji? No need of it.
Of course, it can't happen without some offers, right? Why don't you come clean, Shehzad Poonawalla?
You know, it's so disgraceful that Mr. Sapra is raising an insinuation on Sharad Pawar as if any offer to be made to him will lure him. Is Mr. Pawar open to being lured? On what offers is he open to being lured? First tell us that. Is he there because of some offer with you all? So this is how they treat their allies. On the other hand, we have so much confidence in Mr. Ajit Pawar, even if he has gone and met. We have no problem. It is a family issue. But having said that, Mr. Sapra, I did not interrupt
very
you.
Quickly, Shehzad only please. Very quickly, I have limited time.
He also said that the voters are being confused. Then the onus should be on Mr. Sharad Pawar, that the voters should not get confused. Yeah. He should stop meeting. But the fact is that Mr. Sapra can't explain why his alliance is so confused. It has always been confused because they have no common vichardhara.
Well, the Congress will look forward to some clarification from Mr. Pawar. That much is clear. Whether that will come unequivocally, we have to wait and see. I do thank our guests for joining us. This is the big issue we'll continue to track. But coming up on the other side, a very special conversation with Supreme Court Advocate J. Sai Deepak on the buzz issue of the UCC. Exactly what can the UCC really entail and which side is going to be eventually happier when it happens? That on the other side.